So this is Kara's group, but let me show you Kara. I haven't even put her in any messaging threads because it's too overwhelming, the pace that we're moving, to throw her into a team page or something. I'm literally just helping her one-on-one. But this is Kara. We connected on social media a couple years ago through my ex-boyfriend, which we just told that story. We're not going to retell it. But she has been doing the Beachbody programs, and I had approached her to coach years ago. And we had talked back and forth. She was in nursing school and she didn't have the time because she was also working, but she was doing the programs this whole time on DVD without a coach. Like, she didn't want to join a challenge group because she was self-accountable. And it's not that she was nasty about it. She just didn't need a coach. People that don't need a coach are the perfect coaches because they're leaders. So you want to find people like that, and you're going to hear no, and it might take 3 years. Like, it might take that long for your business to grow to find a business builder. You have to be here that long. Like, Brooke, I invited my very first freaking month, and 4 years later, here she is. So I know for newer coaches who might catch this video, you might not get this momentum that I'm going to show you right away. That's okay. It's not a comparison game. This isn't, oh shit, well, Kara did this in 1 day. I've been doing this for 6 months and I got 3 people interested. It's not. This is just to show you how this business works. What's the first thing you see in this picture? This is how she built momentum. It's her results. You have to be a product of the product and show a transformation, because that's what stops people in this scroll. But the other thing that really helped with Kara's progression is people knew what she was doing over the last 2 years because she was talking about it to them. They would ask her, how are you getting these results? And she would say, I'm doing these DVDs. But she said that she finally decided to coach because she didn't have a plan to put in their hands. She wanted to help these people that kept approaching her, but she didn't have a plan to give them. She can't share her DVDs. She doesn't know how to run a challenge group. She didn't have the community of support to help her guide these people. So she took her 2-year transformation using hammer and chisel and all these other programs. She sort of shared it on social media, but not really. This is all just from like her personal life. She's been transforming herself. That is the foundation of 99% of Beachbody's successful coaches' businesses, is personal transformation. It doesn't have to be 100 pounds. Mine was 10 pounds, guys. Like, mine was more of a mind shift transformation, but whatever transformation you have has to come in. It has to come in a picture. So she put a post out on her social media and she did a poll and she said, I'm looking to see who would be interested in this. So you can go to her page, you can read her post, and you can see that with zero training and with like zero fucks given, she just put it out there. There was no fear or hesitation. It was just, this is what I'm doing. You know, and she even put in there, I'm going to be a Beachbody coach. If you want to do that, you can do that. Doesn't matter. But what she did was she put this out before she even signed up with me. And she messaged me and said, holy shit, look at this post. Like, what do I do? So I knew that with the 40 comments in this one post, we had 40 people or 30 people that were interested. So instead of, and this is where I saw the difference with Kara and with what we've been doing as a team, instead of sharing a fluff group, instead of sharing an informational group, I said to Kara, I want to see if this works well with you. I want to give you leadership of your group from the very beginning. Because I opened a shared fluff group. I put time into that group. I shared it on the team call at the beginning of the month, like last month. And you know how many people used it? Nobody added anybody to it. So what I identify as a disconnect is you guys maybe are not taking ownership of your business right away. And maybe I'm not giving ownership of the business right away. So we can still share boot camps. We can still share resource groups, but you've got to have this opportunity to build relationships in your own informational group. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So you're going to open a fluff group. You're going to call it whatever you want. Now, this is something that I did for my To Be Mindset launch when I had a $7,000 paycheck in 1 week. I did this process. So I know this works. It's just about getting you guys up to speed and having you create the content and then use the group. So everybody is going to try and have their own group. We're going to see how this goes for each individual coach, and we'll go and we'll develop it as your business grows. But what we did was I created this banner for her really quickly because we needed to get this up immediately. It took 4 seconds. Create a banner later tonight. The banner doesn't matter. It can be generic. It can be personalized. Just get something in there so it's not blank. So we created a social learning group. So when you go into your group settings, you have to go into edit group settings. So I want you to do this while we're on the call. You can just, you should be able to minimize the call, but right here where it says group type, you're gonna want social learning because that's how you get units. So everybody give me like a, when it's done. Sarah's done. And why we do this is because when you log people, and this is why I don't run challenge groups on Facebook anymore, because the discussion feed is a shit show. But if you use the social learning, it's going to keep everything organized and nice and neat, just like all of our other fluff groups. Okay, so make sure that you click the landing tab is units so that everything stays super organized for a brand new person logging in. I want you guys to create your units today. It's going to be so quick because you're going to also open a second window and you're going to go into my group, the 10 free years of fitness, and you are literally going to copy my content and everything that I just did. So you don't have to like be super duper creative, but I want you guys, because you have goals of building a financially successful business and you're not just doing this to like help a random friend. There's all different levels of coaching, but if you're a business builder, I really want to teach you guys to take ownership of it and move forward with it. So in my units, I have an introduction. Now, Brooke wrote her introduction, and she shared it with me. Guys, there's no wrong or right way to introduce yourself. It's just your story. Like, I like to show my family in mine because my family is a huge part of my why, and it's also a huge part of my brand. If you don't want to include your family in it, you don't have to. But whatever you want to include in your business, you've got to put that in a visual. So for me, if you're not, I don't know if everybody's in this group. Let me just make sure. You need to be in the group to copy. Okay. Angie's in there, and I think Sarah, you're in there. Okay. So everybody go in and create a unit. It's going to be unit 1. It's going to be titled Welcome. Tell me when you're done. Good?
Unmute.
Hold on one second. You're fine.
It's taking me all over the place.
And then when you, so Angie and Sarah, I want you to copy whatever intro post that you did, whatever you wrote, I want you to go and post it. But you have to, so get on your phone and copy and paste it into the discussion feed. And then you're going to have to go into the discussion feed and find the post and then turn it into a unit because it doesn't let you do it from. So if I posted a post, I can go in and click add to it. Like I can add it to the welcome unit. I can add it to the fitness unit. So that's how you organize it really quickly. So just let me know when that is all done.
Okay.
Okay. So now what we're going to do, everybody has their intro post done and loaded as a unit, right? In the welcome. Go back into your units, just make sure it looks good. You see welcome and you should see one post. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create your next unit. So click on the top where it says create unit and title it fitness. And once you have the unit created, then you actually click on the unit so you can post within the unit. So you see how you just click on fitness, and it'll bring up an opportunity for you to add another post, right? So what I want you to do is open another Facebook window, go into my 10 years of free fitness, and I want you to go and I want you to literally just copy, here's the post title, and then I want you to copy the actual content, including the YouTube video. This is why I kept it kind of generic, because it's super duplicatable for new coaches to copy. So just go through the fitness, everything. You can see that there's the sample workout for Transform 20. Instead of me, if you have done the sample workout, put yourself in there. If you haven't yet, go find the YouTube link for Shanti, and you can come back and edit these posts. Let's just get the skeleton done for it. But for this particular one, if you haven't done the Shanti workout sample yet and recorded it, make that your to-do for tomorrow for your business growth. But you can also use the YouTube Shanti trailer and put it in there. But you want to have some type of footage so they see what it is you're doing. Now, Brooke, if you're not doing Transform 20, because I'm not sure if you're doing Transform 20, highlight the workout that you are doing, but tell them that they're like, and then put the sample link in a different unit. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? You're going to have to just customize yours. If you're going to do lift 4, then you might want to actually do lift 4 and then tell them that if they want to do a free workout, they can sign up for the 2-week free trial membership. The thing I don't like about that is you have to put your credit card in, and some people don't like that. The nice thing with the Transform 20 sample is you don't have to put your credit card in. It's just a sample workout. I tried to see in the back office if they had sample workouts for other workout programs. I just didn't have time to explore it too much, but that would be something to think of going forward. Like when they released Lift 4, they had a sample link like this that didn't require any type of membership or credit card or anything. I don't know if it's still available though. I think once the program becomes available, they take it away, but I'm not certain. So that's something that you can mark down, and that's your business research to just do in the back office or call Coach Relations. So continue to copy and paste, and I'll just look at the, while you guys are doing that, I'm just going to show you how I featured everything. So I featured fitness first. The reason I featured fitness first is because I'm promoting a fitness giveaway. If I were to be promoting a virtual volume eaters club, I would move fitness down as like a also included is fitness. So as you're changing what you're inviting to or what you want to market, you can shift your units to still show the same content and not necessarily create a new group, but reorganize and restructure it. So just for reference, you can go into this part where it says you can move this one down so that it becomes unit 2. And you can also edit the actual unit and reorganize the posts within the unit itself. So you can always flip and shift and everything, but there's no way that Kara would have been able to connect with 30 people. She worked all day at her 12-hour nursing job, and 30 people are now asking her questions and trying to figure out, so her business is working while she's working at her nursing. This is why these groups help so much. So I think if you individualize it and take ownership of it as opposed to using a team fluffer group, I think team fluffer groups are awesome, but I think everybody relies too much on the team then, it seems like, because nobody was using that group. If you make it your own group and you just have it and you know that you have something that has a free workout for them to try, free sample recipes for them to try, it's free value, it's free to invite to, the fear of inviting is going to be heavily reduced. And what happens is you have this holding group now, and instead of getting frazzled and feeling like, gosh, who do I need to follow up with? Like, I forgot who I'm even talking to. Dude, it's like right here, your members list. So you just take a look, okay, who haven't I talked to since I added them into this group? I wonder if she's tried the sample workout. Like, that's such an easy way to follow up without feeling icky. And once people commit, what we're going to do is we're going to shout them out with a nice little story about who they are, so they don't just become oh, she bought something. They become a human. So I shouted out, she's a busy mom of 2, a nurse working long ass hours. She is needing 20-minute workouts. I'm super excited. She committed. Okay. Next time somebody commits, I tell a little bit about their story so that all the group members can see that these are real people who have lives. Maybe they're going to relate to one of them, and that commitment is contagious. Fear is contagious. Commitment is contagious. Excitement is contagious. All emotions are contagious if you can become a really good storyteller and be consistent with it. The reason I like team fluffer groups is obviously there's more people working to build excitement, but you lose leadership in a pool of leaders. So when you're building relationships, guys, I like to work in small groups like this because I'm not worried about what other people are doing, what other coaches are doing in my group. It's just, this is mine. These are the people that I'm connecting with. Anybody that commits after this enrollment flash is happening, I'm going to remove the committed members and I'm going to leave everybody else in. So the next time I use this group next month for my next enrollment, they're all seeing it again. They're going to see what I'm offering next month. Maybe this month wasn't the month for them. Maybe they didn't want fitness, but maybe next month when I shift this to my volume eating club that also still has fitness as an option, but I'm going to feature nutrition, all those people are going to see it again. And what I have done is I open this group, I add people to it, I leave them be for a couple days, and then I start to pop in the group. 2 minutes a day, 1 post a day, me going live with my workout, me popping in, telling them exactly like why I love Beachbody, me throwing in a challenge for accountability, a water challenge. It is not heavily like thought intensive. It's how can I get people started? How can I help people, talk to me about their goals? Kara threw out a post today, which I loved. It just said, drop your goals. Like, what are you guys looking to achieve? She didn't put a picture in, nothing. Like, she just said, where I can't even find, her sister has started inviting people to the group for her as well because she is at a plateau. So like, where is her post? Here, she shared another one. I would like to share why I absolutely love Beachbody. She just threw it in there. Like, it's not elaborate. She didn't spend 46 hours on an image. She's just talking to people. This is how you should be doing your business. She, on the private flip side, right now, she's like, I feel so lost. I feel so overwhelmed. I don't know what I'm doing. And I said, Kara, you're doing great. Like, that's why I'm in this group with you. So I will join your group with you and help you manage it for your first month to understand how to do it. But you guys all have enough, like Kara had zero knowledge. Like, she didn't even have on demand when we opened this group. She hadn't even completed her enrollment. So you guys have a leg up. You've seen a challenge group. You've been in the tracker app. She doesn't have any of that knowledge. And so I want to use her as an example. Whether her business thrives or not, her attitude and her behavior is perfect for what we need on the team for growth. What you guys can look at and say, okay, I see now this is how I should be doing my business. But also, you're still part of our team boot camps. You're still part of our team. Look at, she's blowing up my inbox with, she's got all these people doing enrollments. It's crazy. So like I said, it's not a comparison game. It's not a, oh my God, she has so many people. But this system of using an informational group, even if people aren't on Facebook, so Sarah, that's probably going to be a challenge for you because you're not using Facebook, but most people on Instagram at least have a Facebook account. So if they're truly interested in it, just tell them, and if not, if you want to open a tracker app version of this with files, open a tracker app version with files. That's absolutely fine. So let me show you, like, so this is something that you're going to have to look at in your individual businesses and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So what you could do is go into the tracker app if you're completely on IG and just add files instead of units, okay? I like Facebook because you can go live and people can interact with you, and you can see who's watching you and stuff like that. So continue to go through your units. I want the goal to be just for you guys to just work for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'll just sit here and I'll help Kara so that you can unmute yourselves if you have any questions on anything. But the only thing you don't want to copy is, let's talk about the 365-day support crew. If you guys are serious about building your business, use my 365-day support for like the first month, and then just decide what you want to do. Pull your people out and create your own free group, or maybe even use your fluff group as your free Beachbody on demand customer group, whatever you want to do. You've got to figure out what's going to work for you, but you can show them a preview of mine for now, just to give them a feel like, hey, this is my coach. If you're going to use my groups, I've got to put an intro post in your group. So what we did with Kara's was she did a intro. So this is hers. And then I went in and I also introduced myself and who I was. And I included my Facebook group link. So it was like, it made sense to new people coming in, like, oh, okay, there's Kara, that's my girl, and oh, that's her coach, and oh, they have this big community. Okay, let me check it out. So if you want me in there, I will just copy this into your group for you. Okay, so then you can link people into our Facebook group, but this is your individual fluffer group. So let's see, the other thing, I think the other, the focus group tracker app, that should be something that you should be able to just duplicate. I don't think there's anything personalized in there. Just like review the posts. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. And Kara had asked me, and I thought this was a good question. I know this came up on other team calls that we have had in the past, is if somebody gets Beachbody on demand but doesn't get a challenge pack, does that mean they can't go in your challenge group? Going into I've always required it in the past, but going into 2019, my rule is if you've never been in a challenge group, so if you're new or you have signed up 2 years ago and you've never done a challenge group with me before, a focus group, you're just going to get that first month so I can help you get a jump start. You'll feel the community. I really think that will help people better engage in my giant Facebook group too, is if they have that helpful guided start. I am going to be a really strong proponent for putting people towards that challenge pack because I know it works better. But if for any reason they're going to get 1 month, but after that I am still going to require it. It's a focus group for a challenge. You should be committed to a Beachbody program from start to finish. If you're in a focus group, whether it's to be mine, that's how I'm running my focus groups. That's how we're running our team focus groups. If you want to run your groups differently, run your groups differently. Don't be scared to change what you don't like or isn't working for you in your business. Somebody comes to you with a set of DVDs. They've never done a focus group before. They're 100% against any type of nutrition, whatever. Figure out what's going to work for you. But if you put them into a group and they're not showing up for the first 10 days, pull them out. You're joining a focus group. It's to get results and to be in a group. So that's just my opinion. But hey, Kristen, I am recording, so you can catch up. You're probably going to be lost, but you can observe here. And if you have questions about anything, you can chime in. The girls are doing their fluff groups.
Daddy, can you put...
Okay. I was torn on whether or not to include Portion Fix and the To Be Mindset into the group for somebody, a brand new coach who's never done either. She's done the sort of like clean eating and sort of portion control, but she's never actually used the containers. She just used like her hand to get her results. But here's what I thought about that is I want to expose people to their options and let them choose what sounds better for them. We shouldn't necessarily assume that one is better than the other for somebody. If they ask our opinion, we can just share what works for us and what doesn't. And the videos are very helpful and explanatory for the program. And they're gonna, I think when people watch the To Be Mindset trailer, it's either gonna speak to them and be like, oh my God, that's what I need, or it's not. And then they know like Portion Fix is the way that's for me. So we have 10 minutes left, guys. Let's see if you can crunch in all these copy and posts. And add me to your group if you want me to be in there to help you. I will put an intro in there when I see the group ad. You say hi to the team. Look
Hi,
at these
team.
ladies.
Hello.
If you haven't met Mark yet, this is Mark.
Hi.
I don't think you met Angie.
I don't know. Hi, Angie.
Angie's this one from San Antonio.
I think I've met.
Hi, I have my own Mark.
She has her own Mark. And
Oh,
they have
you
3
do.
kids too.
Lucky you. Hi, Brooke.
No, he's not.
Sarah. Hello,
And
everybody.
Kristen's down there. I don't know if you met Kristen. Maybe last year.
I think at least I've seen her online many times. So nice
Yeah.
to form image.
What's up? You're just bored and lonely?
No, I'm not lonely. I'm doing good myself. No, you got a question when you're done.
Oh, you can. Here, I'll put it on mute. Hang on.
Did she go to the game?
I think she does go to the games. Yeah.
Hey, Melissa, I have a question.
Yeah.
So
Fire away.
I am torn when I'm listing prices, like I see on your options, you've listed the prices of the challenge packs.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to put Canadian or US because I talked to both. Okay.
Put
put
both. Yep.
Okay.
Just lay it out US. And you know what? If you need time to go and like look at that, you can come back and edit this. I just wanted this to be like a power 30 minutes so you guys can see if you have a focused goal and intention, you don't need 19 hours to do something like this. Like, look how quickly we just accomplished this. And now you have this opportunity. So now the goal is, it is December 29th. It is the perfect time to invite to this group. But you have to look at your social media and say, have I shared a transformation? Am I showing up every day on social media, whatever platform you're choosing, Facebook? If you're on Instagram and you're not using stories, you're not on Instagram. You're just, it's really that it has come down to because one post on Instagram isn't enough. You have to be using stories consistently every day. And if you don't know what to put on stories, go into the Beachbody Champions page on Facebook. There was actually a training. I just saw that today. I didn't actually do the training. I probably should because I suck at stories, but I'm learning. The point is you got to commit to doing it. But this Facebook group had a training on Instagram stories the other day. Because one post a day is not enough on Instagram to get people to wonder what you're doing. One post on Facebook, in my opinion, is not enough to build a rapid business. It's enough to build a really slow business, but like, it's going to take forever to tell your story. I'm not saying we have to post 62 times a day, but like 3 posts a day. I remember when I first signed up, Sarah told me, you have to be on social media every single day, 3 times a day, no matter what. If it's a recipe share, and don't just make it a bullshit like meme or like a quote that you Googled, you have to be on social media 3 times a day. Give a variety of content talk about Beachbody, but talk about your life. Don't say Beachbody. You know, every week, share a transformation story. So every Tuesday, it doesn't always have to be a physical transformation. Maybe one week it's like just your arm. Maybe the next week it's how you pack your kids' lunch. That's a transformation. The next time it's like the fact that you used to do XYZ with your husband and now you've traded in couch time for a workout time. That's a transformation. But you have to show that every single week. And I still am working heavily on Facebook. That's still where a lot of my people are coming from. Even though I'm trying on Instagram, I am still not spending enough devoted time to going onto other social media pages and engaging on their posts. So that's huge, guys. Same thing with Facebook. You can't post and wait. This is why if you have a free inviting group, you can reach out to people and get in their inboxes and invite them to this free group so that they're learning. And I asked Kara how she felt. I said, how did it feel to just have people explore while you were at work? And she was like, well, it's kind of awesome. Like she didn't have to have 30 conversations of the same conversations. The content is here. So you guys all work full time. You're all very busy. This is the way that you can funnel your business. And you're always going to have a follow-up list of people that you have chatted with by going into your member list. So the goal is to just massively invite. Get your groups done tonight. Get your, header, whatever. Get something generic, something personal, whatever. And then see how many people you can get engaged. Now, if you have people join and you're getting a lot of hesitation, or you're getting nobody's engaging, nobody's interested, start using that as a free group. Leave the unit intact, but turn it into the landing page discussion and start like a 3-day water challenge, or throw out that sample workout with a live video and say, hey guys, I'm going to put the sample workout in the comments below of this video. It's Sunday night. Everybody's probably looking at the week ahead going, oh, but you know what? Let's do this free workout together. Start to give them the feel of what it would be like to be in an accountability group where they're having encouragement. And if you're working on nutrition, then it's going to be the same thing. You know what, guys? I just wanted to pop in here. I know you guys have been exploring the options. I hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to pop in and show you what I'm making for dinner tonight, because I think it's such a simple recipe that you guys can try this week. You put the content in, and then you go into your member list and you say, hey, Chelsea, I'm not sure if you're still following along in that informational group, but I popped in live tonight with an awesome dinner recipe. I thought of you and your girls. I know you're trying to get them to eat more vegetables. I thought this would be a great one for you to pop on and see if you could make it this week. See how that's a way of following up with people? I know, babe.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm good. See how that's a super easy way for you to follow up with people and get into their inboxes without getting into their inboxes asking them to buy something. If they're in a free group and you're giving them free value and they have seen what you have to offer, then it's about engaging them. And you can't assume that if you put a post in the free group about a dinner recipe or a sample workout challenge, that they're going to see it. So what I did to get my people engaged was I put up this post. I'll show you what I did with mine. After I had them in there for a few days, it was just like a dead, quiet group, But after a few days, I had about 15 members, and I thought, let's see who's actually following along. Let's see what they're doing. So I think I popped in. And I popped in with like just a video tutorial of like the apps. I just did that really quick. But I popped in and I threw out a challenge for them to do a workout of the day. Then I went into the members list and I inboxed them and I said, hey, pop into that group today. I threw out a challenge. I want to see who's up for it. You can't assume people see the news feed that you post publicly or in your groups. This business is built on inbox. So any questions on how this is going to help you? Any questions? I'm going to unmute everybody. Any questions? Any concerns? Anything? Kristen, you can come back. I'm going to upload this replay and I'll put it in the message thread.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's like, that's why I record it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited to see your groups. When they're done, shoot me an inbox. Oh, and this is the other thing. If you invite somebody to your group, you click invite or you click add member, always go back, copy the link and say, hey, I added you to this group. Make sure you pop in. Here's the link. Because you know how many notifications you get with Facebook? They don't just get added anymore. Like, they have to accept the ad. That's a Facebook setting. So you can't assume they're going to see your content. You've got to get in their inbox. So I copy the link. I make it super simple for them to find. If they still don't log in or they're not interested. So I'm not going to chase them. See how many people you can get added to your group. And let's have a little bit of like an accountability thread going on with the message that I opened tonight about this call. Tomorrow, let us know. How many people are you adding? It's okay to do that, to challenge yourself a little bit and see if you can get up to say, you know what, by like January 1st, I want to have 20 people in this group. It's freaking free. It gives a free workout. It gives a free recipe.